Hi guys. Okay. Do you guys have any questions for me? Any questions? So today I wanted to talk about your relationship with food. So yeah, you can ask any type of question about healing your relationship with food and more concrete questions about the day to day, anything you want. How did you find out what was causing your food issues? Well, it's a complex question because I'm really into everything that goes with personal development. So I guess a lot of reading, a lot of introspection, and it's crazy because life brought me information also, and I just pieced it together and I figured out that it had a lot to do with my relationship with myself, and indirectly my relationship with myself had to do a lot with the way I was raised. And so yeah, that's how I figured out I had a food issue. That, and I was having symptoms. I was thinking about food way too much, all the time actually. Did I answer your question? No problem. Anything else? All right, custard has always been my weakness. I wouldn't know because I'm more of a salty type of girl, so yeah. But actually, when I was eating, I was having a lot of issues with eating. I would eat anything that I had in my fridge, so yeah. But apparently, custard is pretty good. I'm looking at my screen, by the way, to see all of your questions. That's why I'm looking up. All right, I'm actually going through what you were with food. How can I start healing myself? So, congratulations on starting the journey. Realizing is the that you have a problem is the first step for sure. And what you can start by doing is building a good relationship with your body, because the thing that's happening is that even if I give you like an answer to your question, you're gonna try to understand it with your mind. So what you're having right now is kind of somewhat a mind problem, but also a food problem, okay? A body problem, sorry. So if I tell you an answer, you're gonna try to intellectually understand it, okay? And you're gonna want some kind of quick fix, okay? Um, but the way to go is to start coming back into your body and listening to it, to have a better sense of if you're hungry or not, and then follow that. So the thing with emotional food obsession is that you're trying to compensate for either anxiety, which is like the mind running on and on and on, or an emotional problem, and it's affecting your body, right? So if you want to start fixing it, you need to figure out how to listen to your body. So right now you're like up here, the mind, la 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 la. And what I'm telling you to do is to practice to come back in your body. And you can do that a lot during the day. And I think what you're gonna see is that when you come back into your body, you're gonna kind of feel not so good. Because usually when you're obsessing about food and you're either restricting or binge eating, you're a lot in your mind and not in your body, and you're like punishing your body in some way. And so coming back to it is very uncomfortable because you're gonna like actually feel how unwell you are. And that's okay, because in the end goal is to be in your body and feel good, right? So yeah, practice coming back. You can do it by meditation, but you can also do it like by dancing or exercise, just like swaying like this and then feeling your muscles, feeling your body, okay? And just trying to stay there for a bit. And the other thing you might realize is that you're super hungry all the time, or you're super stuffed. And it's gonna take a while for your body to readjust and have a cycle where you feel hungry and then you feel satiety. But yeah, trust the process. It's very important. It's uncomfortable, but it's important. I hope I answered your question. Are you Welsh? No, I'm a Quebecer, so I'm a French Canadian. Welsh is from England, so I have kind of a European accent. I'm down with that. Okay, hi. I don't know if a little hunger growling stomach is normal when trying to lose weight. That's quite difficult for me to answer because like it's normal to be hungry sometimes, right? But is it normal to be starving yourself? No. So the point of feeling the growling and everything is for you to stop what you're doing and listen to it and go eat something. Okay? So I'm not a big fan of diets. I'm not a big fan of like any type of eating where you're like strict with it, except if it comes from a dietitian or a psychiatrist. Because again, what they'll do is in an objective way, they're gonna tell you, okay, you start to eat this, and this amount, this per times a day. Okay, this is it's just to help you to start feeling hunger again. Okay, and having a cycle in your body. Your job is just to listen to your body. Okay, so that one day while eating like they tell you to do, you're like, oh, I'm starting to get hungry just before eating, and after eating what they told me to eat, I feel satiety again. So you're preparing yourself for that moment where your body is gonna have a good cycle again. And indirectly, by focusing only on your body sensation, you're telling yourself that you're prioritizing your well-being. You're prioritizing yourself, not the ideas, the thoughts, the mind stuff. Okay? You're prioritizing your body well-being, your vessel. And yeah, so just to come back to your question, yes, it's normal, of course, but you shouldn't have to restrict like that, except if it's prescribed to you. Another tool that's pretty good with that and is a good learning tool too is Noom. It's an app on your phone, and I used it last year. And I used it after doing the dietitian's treatment for me, and I really liked it because it's a lot based on knowledge. It empowers you to be knowledgeable about your body, about what you're putting into your body, and just being very mindful and enjoying also the experience of eating and not obsessing about it. Okay, hi, hey, is Sarah Silverman? I don't know Sarah Silverman. I don't understand. Is this a question? Oh, your name is Sarah? Anywho, I'll move on to the next one. Hey, I really appreciate your channel. Thank you. Do you have any tips for emotional eating that's fueled by coronavirus concerns, 2020 life, boredom from being quarantined so long, feeling out of control? Well, first thing you're doing is the good one, is to realize that you're coping with food. And again, you're using food that should be used as to nourish your body, to nourish your mind and emotional states. You see what I'm saying? Because there's a few parts of you. So there's the watcher, okay, which is the you that is just conscious, okay. And then there's like the mind, your thoughts. There's like the spiritual realm, which is like your insights, your gut feeling. And then there's like your body. And what you're trying to do is you're trying to like eat so you numb some of them, but to the detriment of your bodily functions. So just being aware of that is like so good. That's the first step. And if you are to eat, again, I'm not your doctor, I should preface that. This is only my experience. If you are to eat by boredom, okay, just before eating, tell yourself, now I am eating because, and tell yourself the truth. Start to have a relationship with yourself that is based on truth, okay? And from then on, recognize how you're feeling about that truth and do something about it. I did a video about that, how to be your own parent. So in that moment, realize that you're bored or whatever, and like a kid, talk to yourself and be like, why are you bored? Okay, and figure out why you're bored, and then figure out what you can do about it. And like you can start knitting. I started knitting. I'm gonna show you. Yay, I knit now, and it's good for ADHD too. So if I'm bored, I'm gonna knit. If I'm good, I'm just gonna do something with my hands instead of eating. And indirectly too, if you're more aware of your bodily sensations, naturally you won't want to eat because of boredom, because it does feel off after. And if you're aware of that sensation, naturally your mind wants to go from pain to pleasure. So if you realize that when you stress eat, there is pain after, naturally your mind is gonna try to find something else to do to go towards pleasure. All right? I hope I answered your question. And if there is too much of a problem with emotional eating, please go get a professional, go see help. There is help now that you can get remote. And I don't know if you go to school, but a lot of schools have like remote psychology or dietitian appointments, and please do that. And please come back to your body again and again and again. Just reconnect with it, because clearly it's your connection has been a bit broken if you use that coping mechanism. With no judgment, I'm just trying to help. All right. Yes, thank you. Perfect. What do you think of the fruit and leather diet? Just a fad, or is there something to do? Sorry, dyslexia. Something to it. Well, I don't know about, is this a new diet? But like when I was like hardcore dieting, I was doing like raw till 4. I was doing like keto diet, vegan keto diet. And what I've learned about diets is that there is nothing better than just listening to your own body and to your values, of course. So if you really value not eating meat or whatever it might be, then that's important to take into account. But again, I think diets are a mental solution to a bodily problem. So, you know what I mean? So if you are to eat to feel good in your body, don't try to find a quick fix, a quick mental fix with like strict rules and stuff. Listen to yourself. And it's a whole process, really. I hope this answers your question, but no, I don't know what the fruit and leather thing is. It sounds a bit simplistic to me. How does adding gunge to your diet increase or decrease? What is gunge? Should I Google it? Gunge. Can you tell me quickly, or I can Google it, but A sticky, viscous, unpleasant, messy material. I'm sorry, I don't know what that means. Your question is. Hi. Hi, SK. Oh my god, I just saw an Orbi in your house. Ha ha ha, really? That's pretty cool. I'm really into that like stuff. But I don't feel there's like negative energy in my place, so maybe it's a nice spirit. But there, I have a cat, so maybe she walked in front of the light. Any more questions? I'm here. It's free. Questions, questions, questions. Okay. Hi, Chanel. Hi. I hope you are well. Sometimes I don't know when I am full, and once I started eating, I just couldn't stop. Do you have any tips or advice on this? Thank you. Again, I'm gonna just repeat it, hammer it in, because there's two parts to that. First of all, if you're feeling that way, it's because you're not listening to your bodily signals, okay? And two, you're trying to fix an emotional problem with food. So, again, you have to, number one, just come back to your body, okay, and feel your body. You can do it by stretching. Just come back to it. Coming back to your body, okay, is there is no thinking involved. There's no emotions involved even. You come back to it. Feel your muscles. Feel your breath, okay? And then your mind is gonna go again and blah blah blah, and then just come back. The importance is the exercise to come back, to start to mend the relationship with your body. Okay, and like I said, you are the watcher. There's the mind, there's your spiritual realm, then there's the body and the emotions. You, the watcher, you need to look at your body, okay, and listen to it, and speak his language, okay? That's the one thing you should do. The second thing, you need to go get help, I think, or getting help is a good idea, because you're not being objective right now with food. And on top of that, when you come back to your body, your signals are all messed up. So you don't know when you're hungry, you don't know when you're full. It's just, your signals are a mess, right? So you don't have any way of knowing right now what's the good portions for you, what foods really fit with your body. And so I would suggest two things. One, getting objective professional advice, and two, connecting to your body to prepare for that moment when you follow the treatment plan, that there is a moment when you start actually feeling hunger and starting feeling full on a bodily level, not emotional. You start to feel it, and then you can trust your body again and eat intuitively, and that's where we all want to be, right? So yeah, I hope this answers your question. Okay, Fatima, so interesting. So why is it so hard to lose weight? It's so hard for me to have a good relationship with food. I know it is hard, because like food really really takes a hit, because in a lot of situations, and it's just so accessible for us. It's such a good mechanism to numb feelings, to change our minds about something, and it's so easy in our world to disconnect from our bodily functions. I mean, we're sitting all the time. It's all cerebral, right? And sometimes emotional, and you can tune out your body quite well. It's called, you dissociate in some way. And what I'm telling you is that you just need to practice to listen to your body and connect with it. Sorry, I read the text at the same time. What was your question? It's so hard. Yeah. So it's work, and you'll see at the beginning when you start to connect with your body again and prioritize its feelings while trying to regulate your hormones and get back into it. So in the end, you can trust your body again. Your body is gonna react in weird ways. Some maybe you'll have some digestion problem. Maybe you'll gain weight, lose weight. But in the end, do we really care? No, because when you get on that path, where is it gonna lead? If you get on the path of starting to eat intuitively and listen to your body, you're on the path of naturally your body going to your healthy weight. So that's the importance, right? You just need to get on that healing train. Have you ever been to Wales or surrounding land? No, I have not. Are you from there? Have you... Do you recommend cleanse? If no, what's the best way to reset? Well, best way to reset, it's difficult to say because I'm not you. That's, again, it's part of your journey. It's part of you getting to know yourself, getting to know your body, and like maybe weeks, months, years down the line, you're gonna answer that question. Like some people really like cleansing, but for sure, if you have a trouble with food, it's not the time to cleanse. Like, you're already using mind stuff to control bodily functions like digestion. So please, I wouldn't recommend a cleanse. And in my case, cleanses felt kind of, I don't know, I was going a bit nuts. And it's normal because when you're hungry, it really plays with your emotions because, as you know, in your digestive system, there are some bacteria and you produce a lot of serotonin, so it does affect your mood in a very significant way. And so, like, if you're hungry and stuff, you're obsessing about it. And it's normal, it's like an evolutionary thing. If you're hungry, you only think about food and getting food in your mouth. And yeah. And then you have a lot more chances, naturally, normally, it's normal for you to, when you start eating again, you'll want to binge it. It's normal. I hope everyone sees that's normal and that your body is just doing its job. So yeah, I wouldn't restrict. I would go and see a professional and work on coming back into your body. Okay, I have 5 minutes left. Also, I think gunj is a reference to delicious sweet seaweed paste. Okay. Oh, sorry, I don't know. So I couldn't give my opinion on it. I know that some superfoods work for me, and some irritate my digestive system more than anything. Okay, thank you so much. That's very helpful. Oh, good. Have you ever been through the eating disorder, overeating, emotional eating? You look so fit and healthy. Something that's very important, guys. Do not judge a book by its cover. So yeah, I'm healthy now, but there was a period where I was struggling a lot, and I was using food as a crutch. Yeah, but I looked healthy. I did. So, but thank you to say that I look healthy and fit. But what's really important is what's unseen. Okay, I'm gonna finish those questions here and then I have to leave. In order to stop obsessing about food. Oh, hello, Beatrice. It's 5:30. Okay, in order to stop obsessing about food, is meal prep a good solution? Day-to-day trick. Again, I think food obsession is it's a bit more than meal prep. Meal prep is like, it's more of a practical thing. Like if you don't have any time, you have something healthy to eat. But I think obsessing about food has a lot to do more with your emotional state and your psychological, mental state. So yeah, working on those things is I think the most important part. And sometimes actually meal prepping and over prepping for food is just kind of, you're playing still the game of food obsession. So be careful with that. I've been there. So yeah, you can use meal prep, I think, if like it's good in the practical sense, but watch yourself, because sometimes it's just an excuse to be obsessional. Is eating at roughly the same time important? If I am extremely hungry around the time I sleep but need to get work done, should I still eat late at night? Yeah. Like, if you have a good relationship with your body, like sometimes I'm hungry and I'll just like, yeah, I'll get up and I'll eat something. Why not? You know? I'm hungry. What's the use of that signal if I don't listen to it? But again, you have to build that confidence in your body signals and make sure that your body is in order by regulating your hormones with professional help treatment. Okay, and then for sure you can just listen to yourself. And since once you listen to yourself like that, you're not afraid of binge eating anymore or of just eating. You just do, because